bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Chauncey Gardner.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
At the 47-yard line.
On first down, this is Geis. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Darius Geis, the ball.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Geis. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On the ground, it's Geis. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 19 and a first down.
24-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and get it with Geis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th and 1.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
53, check 53. Defense wins championships, baby. Check 37, check 37. Tight go, tight.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 15 yards. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third.
On third down, Jackson. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
On the carry.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
On the play. And it's third down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Jets 7, Jaguars nothing.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Jacksonville.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Jets' 38-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 7-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Goal, Jacksonville.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Jackson on the keeper.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Here we go.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Geis. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
18-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. This is Geis. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
At the 4-yard line.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Lining up for the
Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. A carry heading left. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
27-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. Rose. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this 8. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Geis. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the...
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third down, here's Geis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
3-yard line.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with Geis. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 24, Jaguars 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
A turnover on downs.
New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 56 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fields this way up at the 17. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this, when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Watch QB drop.
They start on the ground with Geis. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Evans. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And some room to roam now. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Don't worry about it,
all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
So don't say nothing. 52's the mark, boys. 52. Get that. Check. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The 20, 10,
There it is.
5. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 24.
Mitch Wisnowski set to kick.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On second down now, it's Rhodes. And he's got some space here. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Look at me, I bet you can.